go out there, defend his title, and bring home that trophy.
He's also become a great presenter of his physique, and I'm so glad you mentioned Dallas McCarver. For those who don't know, Flex Lewis and Dallas McCarver were extremely close. They did just about everything together. They ate together, they trained together, and they were supposed to be here together. Dallas was not planning to compete this year, but they were supposed to continue to train together, and of course the sky was the limit for Dallas McCarver, and I know Flex, as you mentioned, salutes Dallas's legacy this weekend with what he hopes to be another title.
Yeah, and let's not get it twisted. He is not at his best, which tells you how good he really is. I mean, at not peaking out, he's still holding off the competition because he put in the work when other guys were still thinking about getting ready for the competition. He's trained year-round for this show. Him and his trainer, Neil Hill, they put in the work early so that if something should go south, he has enough in the tank to make it to the finish line, and I think he may have just enough to bring this title home again.
Your five-time Olympia champion, Flex Lewis. All right, folks.
All right, Carlos Sanchez is standing by with your newly crowned Bikini Olympia champion.
I am here with the new 2017 Bikini Olympia champion, Angelica Teixeira. Congratulations. Thank you. This must feel extra sweet for you because this is your 30th show. Tell us about your journey to this stage.
Oh my God, I started in 2013. And I started as a figure competitor, and I crossed over to bikini after 3 shows, and I fell in love with bikini. And I had to do, like, I competed 18 shows with the NPC. NPC is like my home because I did so many shows with the NPC. To become a pro, I had to win 6 overalls. And they gave me
6 overalls in order to get your pro card.
Yeah, so they gave me as I deserved the pro card because I could never do nationals. So, and then when I became a pro, it was just blessings, and I did the Olympia, and this is my 3rd Olympia, and now I'm here.
3 times is a charm, right? Well, congratulations, well deserved. You're stunning.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best this next year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Carla. Now we're bringing out the athletes who competed here in the 212 division and are not among the top 5. And Sean Ray, it looks like we have ourselves a bit of a battle. Now, with regard to Flex Lewis, the talk was, did he open the door to create an opportunity for somebody else? And I don't know that he did, but I certainly don't know that there's anybody in this lineup who's better than Flex Lewis tonight.
No, I mean, the door was open. Nobody sees the day. This was Ahmad Ashkanani's show to win. But again, Ahmad's coming all the way from Kuwait. It's a long trip to come from Kuwait, whereas James came in from Florida. Granted, he had all those disadvantages. However, James is that good, and Ashkanani may have served a little bit better by arriving in Las Vegas maybe a couple of weeks early to train here instead of a couple of days early. Right now, I think James did enough to pull this title off.
Well, these guys trying to make the most of their stage time, their opportunity, and you know, a bunch of streaks are on the line tonight. Phil Heath and Flex Lewis both hoping to reign supreme for another year. A lot of money, a lot of prestige, and a whole lot of legacies on the line tonight. And we're going to move now into the confirmation round. So what they're going to do is they're going to bring him back out. They're going to turn it over to head judge Steve Weinberger, and he's going to take these 5 through the same comparisons that you saw in the bigger division. And we're going to get a clearer sense for how these guys look with the anticipation that Flex Lewis at this point is going to be difficult to take out.
Well, and Dan, this is not bodybuilding light. These are professionals. They do the exact same thing as the open competitors do.
Time for our confirmation round of scoring. Let's send it down to the judges. Big Steve.
Thank you, Bob. Flex and Derek switch. Ahmad and David switch. Gentlemen, quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn
so
to the
there
right.
is that is the comparison everyone wanted to see. Flex Lewis right next to Ahmad Ashkanani, flanked by Jose Raymond on the other side. And Sean, I'm going to take you through this the way I took you through the last time.
To the right.
Give me a sense for how these guys compare, and we'll start with this quarter turn and just kind of break it down, because this is Flex Lewis, who doesn't really fare well in that particular shot, and it's a tough angle too.
None of them fare well in that particular pose, and again, no one sees the moment as we get to conditioning. Jose Raymond, however,
looks better,
is absolutely coming on strong, and Ashkanani has everything to be worried about in the form of Jose Raymond. Now, Derek, if he was a little bit darker, again, he would look a little bit more competitive and should be moved inside on the opposite side of James Flex Lewis next to
I'll tell you what, if this was a horse race, they'd be saying around the final stretch they come, and here comes Jose Raymond.
Absolutely.
Because he's making a strong final bid to make a run at this thing, because Jose Raymond's body has come to life.
And it does in the comparisons, because you can see the differences between the physiques now. So this is where Jose has a tendency to have it over some of the other guys. Ashkanani seemed to be a little bit more smoother, especially from the rear.
Sean, is it fair to say that right now Flex Lewis's body is having a hard time hanging on?
Absolutely. I mean, it's tired, I'm sure. He's been under the gun and he's been stressed. No one's coming in to take the title from him. However, I give the back double bicep to Jose Raymond.
Well, the plot thickens here. Again, coming into this thing, we thought Flex Lewis had a stronghold on this title, but as the night progresses, the question is it too late? Has enough of this contest already happened that's going to solidify Flex's position? But Ashkanani and Jose Raymond right now are making things a little bit more interesting than I think Flex was prepared for.
You're right, and when I'm looking at Flex, it doesn't look like he's digging in deep. It doesn't even look like he's hitting that side tricep.
Yep.
It almost looks like a half attempt, and the strain is in the face rather than on the physique. You know, you have to flex the physique. You have to practice those posings. That's not a good side tricep when you're facing the judges.
He's a little bit more cerebral than Flex Lewis usually is. Like you said, he's usually all about the intensity, all about the swagger, and right now, I'm not seeing it from him.
Well, you're seeing a struggle. The face is strained. Jose's over here smiling. He's like, you know, he's been there before. I think James right now has got to realize that this is a contest where you're supposed to shine. It's supposed to look easy. He's making it look like it's hard, and it's because his body is not there as it normally is.
All right, well, here they are. It's pose down time here at the Olympia under 212. And, you know, right now, based on the way those images played out, Flex Lewis has his hands full. They moved Flex Lewis to the center of that call out, but they never mixed it up after that.
No, and it's, again, nobody's slamming the door on James. And I mean, there you saw James touch Jose on the glutes. Jose can't stand next to him from the hamstrings, glutes, and calves. However, Jose is very competitive in the rear double bicep because James Lewis is a little bit narrow. But again, when you turn around to the front, this is where Jose struggles against the size of James Flex Lewis's biceps. And right now, this is what Flex Lewis wants. He wants this back double bicep. Jose wins it on the upper side, but Flex Lewis wins it on the lower side.
Now, I'll add this about this division. One of the things that makes the 212 division unique is that these guys are all genuinely friendly with each other.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of camaraderie.
A lot of camaraderie in this division. They spend the entire year staying in touch with each other, supporting each other, texting each other. They'll all tell you that these aren't real rivalries. These guys are very, very friendly because they have an appreciation because they're both doing it. They're all doing it the same way.
Yeah, they're having fun. Dan, that's lost on the open category. The open guys are out there. They're all about the business and about making the money. And they kind of travel in their own little tribes and their own pack. But here, you're right. These guys develop friendships. Derek will learn to get a little bit darker from these veterans.
What a thrill for Derek Lunsford to get to stand next to the legendary David Henry. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break now. We're back to Vegas after a break.
Lunsford, winning the USA, winning his first pro show, and then qualifying for the Olympia. State of bodybuilding is in great hands, folks.
All right, we're back here at the Orleans Arena on the brink of two of the biggest announcements of the year in the world of professional bodybuilding. We're going to soon learn your finalists or your final placings for the Olympia 212. They're going to do that now, and shortly thereafter we will learn who the 2017 Mr. Olympia champion is. And we're going to send it back to the stage for Bob Ciccarello's announcement of your 5th place
Folks,
finisher.
if you got a favorite, now's the time to yell it out. $77,000 on the line. I'd like to welcome to the stage, representing Amazon Media Group, Mr. R.C. Casey. R.C. will take that 5th place award, the check for $3,000 to our 5th place finisher, Derek Lunsford.
All right, well, a real strong showing for Derek Lunsford. He enters his first Olympia after winning in the USAs and winning in Tampa, and now he's top 5 in the world. So I'd say his career is off and running. And Sean Ray, Derek settles in for 5th place.
Absolutely, I believe he's relieved, excited. He's probably more happy about what happened here than the victory that got him here, because this right now is the beginning, not the end of his career.
Derek is going through the motions as a rookie Olympia competitor. He is being instructed by Bob Ciccarello as to what to do, because right now the photographers want to take his picture.
Presenting the 4th place award, representing Amazon Sports Nutrition, it's Stefani Ayanon. And please take the 4th place award, the check for $5,000 to our 4th place finisher, David Henry.
There he is. David Henry has to settle for 4th place. The Dexter Jackson of the 212 division, a former champion, remains among the very best in the world. Congratulations to David Henry, really one of the classiest bodybuilders in the business, and he continues to bring it, and he'll take 4th place here at the 2017 Olympia.
Nothing to be sad about there. David Henry does the business. He's been here before.
The rookies, they don't want to let it down. The veterans, they just kick it over there. Presenting the 3rd place award, representing Amazon Sports Nutrition, Miss Erin Blevins.
This is where it gets interesting, Dan. I mean, Ashkanani and Jose.
She will take the 3rd place check for $10,000, the Olympia bronze medal, to our 3rd place finisher, Jose Raymond.
Well, this is a tough one. I can tell you right now, Jose Raymond is going to feel like he deserved better. But you're probably looking at 3 guys up there right now that each could make a really good case for a different outcome, each their own case for having won this thing. They all brought something just a little bit different, and this was a very impressive Jose Raymond.
No doubt, he has nothing to hold his head down about. He fought the good fight. I didn't think he was actually going to make it here after the knee injury. And mind you, he had a dismal appearance in March at the Arnold Classic, where, of course, Ashkanani won. He fought his way back. He represented well. Nothing to be ashamed of.
In the center square, please.
All right, our coverage continues from Las Vegas. Dan Solomon, along with Sean Ray, we are about to learn who the best bodybuilder in the world under 213 pounds, the 212 division. Title is up for grabs, and it's between Ahmad Ashkanani and James Flex
Don't worry,
Lewis.
Jim, I won't draw this out too long.
A lot at stake for James Flex Lewis, going for number 6, I believe it is, Dan.
And Ashkanani going
Folks, in
for number
Olympia
1.
tradition, I will now announce the winner of your 2017 212 Olympia champion. Please take the 1st place award, the 1st place check for $40,000, the Olympia gold medal, and the title of 2017 212 Olympia champion, to 6-time champion Flex Lewis.
for the 6th time, Flex Lewis remains on top of the bodybuilding world in the Olympia under 212 division. And a really big fight for Flex Lewis. It's been a tough year, it's been a tough several months, and I know he was quick to recognize the dedication that he made of this weekend's effort to the late Dallas McCarver. He wanted to make sure everyone knew that this was for Dallas, and for now, Flex Lewis will remain atop the sport for another year. Ahmad Ashkanani, an impressive showing as well. He'll settle for second. He'll bring that second place trophy all the way back to Kuwait, where, if I had to guess, come a year from now, Ahmad Ashkanani might be the favorite to take this title. The question is, how much longer is Flex Lewis going to compete in this division? Only time will tell. But first things first, Flex Lewis will celebrate his 6th Olympia title.
Even on an off day, it shows you how good and dangerous James Flex Lewis actually is in this division. The ground was not closed. The gap was not closed by Ashkanani. And I believe firmly that he will be back a year from now, going for number 7,
and one more pose, gentlemen.
Probably doing it again.
A lot of people wonder what that physique can do if it was given the freedom to grow beyond 212 pounds. I've talked to his trainer, Neil Hill, about it. Flex Lewis and I have talked about it. And we're going to go ahead and, I guess, take a break right now as we continue our coverage here at Olympia Weekend.